Lord Brahma actually had his one head ripped off? How could that happen to the almighty god of creation? Well, there are two different stories on this in Hindu mythology. Several gods have faced the wrath of other gods and sages due to their uncontrolled pride, ego, lust, and arrogance. And similarly, Lord Brahma had to face the consequence of his action in a very bitter way as well. Hello everyone! Welcome to HinduVerse. This is the channel where you can watch and listen the amazing mystic and mythic stories as well as a lot of facts on Hinduism and other religions as well. So please do subscribe to this channel if you want to keep knowing more entertaining facts on Hinduism. Today, I will tell you the first version of this story. According to some ancient Hindu legends, Lord Brahma opened his eyes for the first time and came out from his eternal sleep. He found himself sitting on a lotus flower and saw no one in his sight. He analyzed his divine body and found that he had 5 heads. He saw no one above him and then started to believe that he was the firstborn form of Brahma, and thus the most superior of all. He then looked down to see the foundation of the lotus flower on which he was sitting on. He then stood up and then started descending down, following the stem of the lotus flower. After a very long time, he finally saw Lord Vishnu engaged in a very deep sleep. He then saw that the stem of the lotus flower coming out from the navel of the Lord Vishnu. Lord Brahma then woke up Lord Vishnu and asked him to accept his supremacy as he was the firstborn form of Brahma and was situated on lotus flower, which was placed above Lord Vishnu. His logic was that the one who is placed in higher place becomes supreme by default compared to the beings dwelling below. Lord Vishnu, on the other hand, was unwilling to accept the logic of Lord Brahma and insisted that it was actually him who was superior to Lord Brahma, as Lord Brahma came out of the lotus flower whose root was his navel. Lord Vishnu insisted that it's the foundation of anything that is the most supreme, as without the foundation, there would be no possibility of any existence of anything. Thus, if it was not for Lord Vishnu, there would have been no possibility of existence of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma totally rejected the logic of Lord Vishnu and got infuriated. Then both got engaged in a long debate. The loud quarrel continued for a while until a divine unknown voice echoed from the universe. The voice mentioned that he is eager to solve the quarrel. Suddenly, a very large pillar of light appeared in front of them that pierced the endless sky on both sides. The voice then echoed again, saying, "The one who finds the end of the pillar of the light first will be declared the superior one." Without wasting any time, Lord Brahma started moving up the light pillar in his top speed. In haste, Lord Vishnu also started moving down the pillar in order to find the end to that light pillar. Years passed, but both Lord Brahma and Vishnu were not still able to find the end to the massive light pillar. Then Lord Vishnu realized the real purpose of the test. He went back to the starting point and asked for forgiveness from the divine being who had his voice echoed from the universe. He admitted that it was neither Lord Brahma or himself, but it was that divine being who was superior of all. As for Lord Brahma, he was not willing to admit the defeat. Even Lord Brahma was starting to realize that there was no end to the divine light pillar, but he was desperate to win. He then saw Ketaki flower falling from sky. He then stopped Ketaki flower and asked it to be the false witness to his success of finding the end of the divine light pillar. Lord Brahma promised the Ketaki flower to announce it the supreme amongst all the flowers, an integral part of any divine ritual. The Ketaki flower then agreed to do as Lord Brahma asked. Then with haste, Lord Brahma went back to the starting point and declared himself victorious as he was able to find the end of divine pillar of light. The divine voice asked if it is really the truth. Lord Brahma then presented Ketaki flower in front and asked it to support his cause. The Ketaki flower then supported Lord Brahma, saying that Lord Brahma was the one who found it on the top end of the light pillar and had brought it with him. Suddenly, an angered voice echoed in the universe, saying that the Lord Brahma had cheated and tried to bear false witness. Enraged, Lord Brahma shouted at the divine being that who was he to judge him? Announcing himself supreme, Lord Brahma mentioned that it's not even necessary for him to get the confirmation of his superiority from any other lesser beings. Hearing the boastful and egoistic proclamation from Lord Brahma, the divine being presented himself in his physical form in front of Lord Brahma and Vishnu. He told them that it was he who was speaking to them all along, and his name was Shiva. Lord Shiva first attended to Lord Vishnu and told him that he was very pleased with him for being truthful and humble. Lord Shiva announced that Lord Vishnu will have the same status as that of his own. He then looked at arrogant Brahma and summoned Lord Kalvairava from his fingernail. Lord Kalvairava is a very angry and powerful manifestation of Lord Shiva himself. Lord Shiva then ordered Kalvairava to cut a head of Lord Brahma. Kalvairava then immediately ripped a head from Lord Brahma. The ripped head was actually the main source of arrogance of Lord Brahma. After being free of arrogance, Lord Brahma asked for forgiveness from Lord Shiva. Still infuriated, Lord Shiva cursed Lord Brahma that he will not be worshipped by anyone. Then he also cursed Ketaki flower that it won't be used in any rituals at all. Then Lord Vishnu requested Lord Shiva to bestow mercy on both. Lord Shiva then took pity on both and then told Lord Brahma that he will be the presiding deity of all the yajna. As for Ketaki flower, he announced that Ketaki flower would be fortunate to be offered to Lord Vishnu during the worship. Well, that's the first and most popular version of the story on how Lord Brahma lost his head. There is also an alternate version of the story which I will present to you guys in another video. Till then, keep yourself tuned into this channel. And did you like my content of today? If so, please let me know in the comment section below, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel to keep enjoying these types of divine interesting tales of Hinduism. See you guys in the next video.